check in on the third edition of Aruba in Style. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, it's a fact men are less likely to notice they are overweight because it is socially acceptable. And an American travel journalist interviews Prime Minister Mike Eamon on Aruba. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The third edition of Aruba in Style took center stage over the weekend. Models, press members, and designers from all over the world took part in the event. Take a look. Beautiful models in elegant designs and a tropical setting. On Friday, bikinis were featured on the catwalk of the Renaissance pool deck. One of the best achievements of Aruba in Style this year is the amount of press coverage the team of AIS was able to bring over. Cameras were rolling, snapping photos, and filming videos. The mission of Aruba in Style is to bring over the more affluent visitors to the island. Therefore, the event itself needs to be elegant, well organized with premium offerings as well as services. AIS sets the tone of what the potential traveler will experience if they were to choose Aruba as their next destination. Aruba in Style featured a variety of designers all week in various settings. Now, the contract that Aruba in Style signed with the Ministry of Tourism was for 3 years. It is yet to be announced whether the event will be renewed. We will keep you informed on that. With Aruba in Style now over, the island needs more events to keep the momentum going. I don't think there is anything better for the people on the island than Carnival 60. It is official. Carnival season has officially been kicked off. On Monday, November 11th, also known as the official Carnival Kickoff Day, Casa Cultura held the celebrations. SAC, the official Carnival Foundation, together with all Carnival stakeholders, came together to begin the 60th Diamond Year spectacle. The new Minister of Culture, Mr. Anmar Odibe, was also in attendance. The groups that will be taking part in Carnival this year were able to register for Carnival. The 60th anniversary is promised to live up to Diamond expectations. You know the holidays are approaching when Carnival kicks off and when Sinterklaas arrives. This year, the arrival of Sinterklaas is a bit different. Some parents could be hesitant to let their children take part in the age-old tradition of welcoming Sinterklaas due to a racism controversy. In parts of the world, including the United States and now some folks in Holland, they have taken a look at Sinterklaas in a different light. The tradition of Sinterklaas and his Piets is centered around children, but there has been concerns that the notion of black Piets is leaving a subliminal racist message to the children. The Sinterklaas Foundation on the island held a press conference last week to address the issue. Members say they are aware of the controversy in Holland, but the foundation does not agree with it. The Sinterklaas Foundation says there are no official claims on the racist matter, therefore they will continue with the tradition since it is for the kids. The members, part of the foundation in Aruba, say children do not distinct in color or discriminate, so as long as the Dutch kingdom does not change or ban the tradition, neither will Aruba. If the controversy is brought up, the foundation in Aruba will discuss it, but the celebration continues. For those who want to take part in Sinterklaas and his Piets, they will arrive at the port on Sunday, November 17th at 11 a.m. After Sinterklaas and his Piets complete their route, the activities will continue in Main Street at Plaza La Linda. You can expect a busy day for the children. Moving forward, the date for the royal couple to arrive in Aruba is fast approaching. The main public event will take place in Bushiri-Bana, and organizers promises the place to be for royalty. On the 20th of November, the royal couple will enjoy a one-of-a-kind, never-before-done, unique evening at the Bushiri-Bana. Local as well international artists will perform for the royal couple, including DJ Chucky. The stage is set in the gold mine, and as you can see, it is unique enough. The event is open to the public. Many parts of the island are busy preparing for the arrival of the new king and queen. This includes children. 4,000 students are putting their dancing shoes on in preparation for the royal couple. Students have a chance to take a few minutes break during the school's day to learn a new dance. This won't be just any performance, it will be one to remember, since the king and queen will be watching. Students at the Dakota school are learning new dance moves. Children of all ages at the school are taking part. In total, 4,000 children will be performing the day the royal couple visits them. 12 children will be the leaders in the front of the pack, and the rest will follow the dance moves. Looks like the royal couple will be entertained throughout their entire trip here on the island. We will be right back. This is what's coming up next. Stay with us. Here's some breaking news. Middle-aged men are more likely than women to be overweight, but less likely to diet or even notice that they are overweight. This is according to a new study, and here is why. There has always been a double standard when it came to body shapes in men and women, but who knew it was this much? A study found more than 2/3 of men and around half of women in their early 40s were overweight or obese. However, the men were much less likely to realize they were carrying excess weight. In the study, men were much less likely than women to recognize they were overweight and attempt to slim down. The issue is that carrying excess weight is seen as more socially acceptable for men than it is for women. Therefore, men are less likely to see this as a health problem and do something about it. From men to women, ladies, guess what? You are right. Everyone is looking at your boobs. This may not come as a huge shock, but guys spend a good amount of time checking out your chest. But believe it or not, so do women. In a study, pictures of women were shown to both sexes, and both men and women spend more time looking at breasts and waist than their face. Researchers found not only did men and women spend more time checking out bodies than faces, but they also spent more time focusing on larger busts, smaller waists, and bigger hips. Here's a story for both men and women. Many of us have gone through heartbreaks. You can be sad for months, stay in bed for weeks, and even cry for days. Here are some tips to help you get through it. Experts say humans are wired to be in relationships. When hearts get broken, we feel genuine pain. The same areas of the brain that respond to physical pain are activated when you go through a breakup. Usually, people tend to blame themselves after a breakup, but it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you or that you did something wrong. To heal a heartbreak, make plans and socialize. Lean on friends and family for support. Talk and write about how you feel. Exercise, and remember to go light on the alcohol. Here are some more tips to help you get through it. Once couples break up, it is actually natural for you to always think back on the positive memories, but try to remind yourself as to why the relationship wasn't perfect and why you broke up. Also, it is very normal to take as much time as you need to grieve and to get over it. On that note, we will be right back. Take a look to see what is coming up next. Recently, the island received some very positive media exposure on an American media outlet. A travel editor who has his own show and who also co-hosts a morning show on the CBS channel was on a private tour on the streetcar with the Prime Minister. Travel journalist Peter Greenberg conducted a one-on-one extensive interview with Prime Minister Mike Amon on the streetcar. The piece will be aired internationally. The purpose of the interview is to look beyond Aruba's sunny weather. Instead, it will emphasize the aspects of the island from the Prime Minister's perspective.
You get 1 million visitors a year here. About 800,000 of them come from cruise ships. There's one behind us right now. But most of them never leave the resort. Most of them never, go more than 4 blocks away from where the ship is. And they don't get a chance to see the real Aruba. And part of what my show is about is to let people know about the hidden gems of Aruba, the things that are not in the brochures, the things that are not in the guidebooks. So who best to tell me about it than the Prime Minister?
The American journalist encourages other Americans to try new things while on vacation. The travel piece produced with the Prime Minister gives the audience a reason to embrace other destinations' cultures. Peter says tourists can't learn new things if they don't make an effort to experience everything the culture has to offer.
It's all about reaching somebody's comfort level. I mean, so many Americans think that their idea of an adventure trip is to go to a foreign country, stay in an American branded hotel, and go to McDonald's. I can think of nothing less desirable. There's nothing against McDonald's, but I can get that at home. I want to go somewhere where I can get to immerse myself in the culture, the music, the food, the dance, the art, and the people. And what better place than Aruba? I mean, it's who you are. So if I can encourage my audience that there's more to life than just a 25-minute walk from a ship, we've helped them out a lot and broadened their horizons.
Peter says during his interview with Prime Minister Amen, he was most impressed with his commitment to sustainability. As well, according to the travel expert, the fact that the government is targeting the quality visitor instead of volume of visitors is really what will drive the destination at the end of the day. The interview, which will air in the United States and internationally, is great exposure for Aruba. In American media, Aruba is known as the island where young blonde girls go missing. This will steer clear of that.
When you think about image, right? I mean, you're here in Aruba. You know how beautiful it is. What do Americans think about Aruba? They're still hung up on Natalie Holloway. I mean, come on, get over it. I mean, it's a safe place. It's a beautiful place. It's outside the hurricane belt. You don't have to worry about those kinds of big storms. It's got everything going for it. And people need to know that there's a lot of stuff that you can do here once you get here other than just getting off a cruise ship or staying at your hotel. Beautiful beaches, beautiful hotels, but there's a lot more to Aruba than that.
That is our show for today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here at the same time tomorrow right here on Channel 15 ATV. So we'll see you then.